What does valving actually mean?
It means it valves.
You don't know what it means.
Nailed it. As this compresses, the oil rushes over those shims and everything, and the shims bend.
That's the whole point of valving. When they valve it, they're adjusting that.
And
exactly.
who taught you?
Chris Bell. People don't realise how big this, like what he does is. It's crazy. I didn't think either. I thought he just had a bunch of parts that
I just thought
that he makes, but he's got like 15 people scattered around the country that are constantly designing stuff for him.
We actually finished the whole automatic probing cycle, which is a massive achievement. It took months to get it done.
Well, how much power are they capable of holding?
We can load up the cylinder pressure and simulate 3,000 horsepower.
So from like initial conception, so let's say you say, okay, we want to make a block or we want to make a head. How long? What's that cycle?
About 6 years and 5 million.
How much?
5 million? Easy.
Wow.
Hey, while I was gone, there was a COTS event in a row racing. Who won?
I was away.
I think Precision.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
What suspension did those cars have in them?
Standard.
I can't
Standard.
remember. Standard modal?
Yeah, standard modal. It comes with
Who's the top of the leaderboard now for
he
COTS?
went-
Mr. 33, yeah?
What suspension does MR33 run?
I think it's modal.
Modals.
Oh, really?
I'm going to move this. Stop, bro.
You know what he did, Andre? This is one of those monkey see, monkey do things. He does nothing.
He pointed at me and then did this.
Straight out. I would really love to know what that does, Tom.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you?
The fast life, the fast living. They see the ambition, they know I'm past driven. Look, we are not the same, this is not a game. I be swerving through the city in and out of lanes. Yeah, cause if I see it, then I want it, then you better know I got it. Ain't no options, I'm about to do the damn thing. I'm an outlaw, you can never catch me. I'm in first place, you can never. These are the moments, only got one life. This is your moment, whether wrong or right. You're your own enemy, your own enemy, your own enemy.
Zeta?
Take it away.
Ashra.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of That's Racing, episode 36. What a time it is to be alive, eh? All right. What a day. 343, 237 mile an hour.
What are you talking about? V8 stuff.
Oh, it's king stuff.
You're not going to introduce
How
our
about you
guest?
introduce our guest
Sorry.
first?
Fucking
hell.
For me, it was like just
The
like,
guy's that infatuated, man.
what a time to be alive, mate. You
It's
reckon a
impressive, to be
six-cylinder
fair.
is ever going to catch that? Ever?
Absolutely.
Well, if it makes the same power,
Get outta here,
another
mate.
3,000 horsepower.
Andre,
maybe.
welcome, mate. We've got
Thank you.
Andre from DNA. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank
Do you
you
know
for
what
having
DNA
me.
stands for?
Deoxyribose nucleic acid, unless it's a modal thing.
What does it stand for?
It's my initials and my wife's initials. So we just rearranged them and came up with DNA. It made sense. So that's what we ran with.
So you're at the end.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. If you ask Rocky from Pack, it stands for does nothing all day. But aside from that, it's my initials and my wife's initials.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So tell us a bit about your history, where you started off,
So-
how you got into the whole shock business, because it's sort of a niche market, isn't it? Like, particularly here in Australia, doing
definitely.
what you do.
Yeah, definitely. I studied mechanical engineering at university, and in my last year, I did like a big thesis with on aerodynamics, and I did that with Jaguar as part of a study that Jaguar Land Rover were doing, and that's sort of where I thought I was going to go, down the aerodynamics route and really focus on that. But especially in Australia, the market for that is not massive, so you're not really tempted to, I guess, chase that dream. So from there, I was looking around for positions, and I started interviewing and things like that for places overseas. And then I got a few ways down the interview process, and I said to myself, like, hold on, if this happens, I got to uproot everything and I got to go. So I started looking locally, and there was a job at Bilstein Suspension, Sydney Shocks.
Pretty sure it was Heisman's, wasn't
Sydney
it?
Shocks.
Hazemans.
Sydney Shocks.
Wasn't it Heisman?
Yeah, so for those of you playing at home, it's the office above the Heisman's workshop, and
How did you enter it? Like through the roof?
I levitate through the window. Yeah. So so I started working there, and I didn't know anything about suspension, didn't know how it was, what made it up, or what's involved in designing a shock or anything, and basically learnt the ins and outs of it there, and for me, it clicked. It was just something that I understood. I understood how they were made up, what makes a shock good versus, if you had the same valving in two shocks, why is this one better? Things like that. And basically just chased that route down. From there, there was a real focus there on the forward drive market, but I always sort of had a passion for motorsport and circuit racing and things like that. So I moved on from there and worked for a company that was doing a lot of real in-depth engineering. So we were designing chassis from scratch. We were designing suspension, rocker suspension and pickup points, designing the shock from scratch, which was crazy to me. How long does it need to be? How much bump stop do you need to have? Things
How long
like that.
ago was this?
This was, so DNA has been up and running for 5.5 years. So this is, call it 7 years ago.
7 years. And before this, were you I'm assuming you're always a car guy, right?
Yeah, so always had a love for cars and bikes. Like I used to go to the drag strip on Wednesday nights with my friends when I was, younger, just watch the cars go down and things like that. So always had a passion for it. And then that was sort of my niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, circuit or drag racing? Because I know you do both.
Circuit,
Yeah,
sure.
our circuit.
Circuit.
And there's obviously no
Passion.
disrespect to the drag racing guys. The drag racing guys is the drag racing side of things is amazing, and it deserves to be respected for what these people are trying to do. But for me, the circuit side, there's another element to it as far as your race strategy is concerned, and things that don't necessarily involve the car itself, which is pretty fascinating to me.
What made you want to branch out to do your own thing?
The company that I was working for at the time essentially had started to have different focuses, and there was another gentleman I was working with at the time, and I made a joke to him and I said, if it keeps sort of going this way, I may as well just head off and do my own thing. And then he said, he looks at me and goes, well, if you do, I'm coming. And I was like, in my head, I was joking, you know what I mean? But to have that sort of, he sort of had that confidence, I thought, okay, maybe I'll look into it. And I said, you know what, I'll stop working now. I'll give myself half a year. I'll plan it and all the rest of it. That was December, and DNA opened in May. So I spent January, February, March basically looking around and getting everything lined up, and then April signed the lease and moved everything in.
Well, so it's random. It's just one of those things that you said
Honestly,
something
yeah.
and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't.
But hang on, I
it didn't
wanna
feel
know-
planned at all.
Did the guy come?
Yeah, so he's actually, his name's Andrew. He's a very good friend. He's actually my business partner in the modal suspension side of
Andrew.
things.
Oh, no way.
Sharpie.
Yeah,
we call him Sharpie. Yeah. So, he came over and started working. It was just he and I at DNA initially, wheel aligning cars and, building shocks and doing
That's
whatever.
what I was going to get at. Like, what
And
were
then-
you selling there? You left without a product. You went in there setting people's cars up, doing wheel alignments. You had obviously all the gear to do that.
So we had, I started to build a reputation as a race engineer by that point in the circuit world at least. And essentially when I went out on my own, there was a lot of the guys that knew me from the paddock and things like that would, we'll come to you, you can align the car and whatnot. And essentially they would bring their car that, let's say you go to the track and you do a 1 minute 40, let's say, and then the car would come to us, we'd do our thing, the car would go out and it'd PB, or it'd feel better, or it'd do something different to what it did before. And basically piggybacking off that is how everything sort of grew.
And explain how modal suspension came about and when.
So for the first 3 years of DNA, we were at a smaller shop and it had this little tiny sort of
I went
service
there.
room.
I took my VK to you.
That's right.
Is
Yeah,
that
the blue
shop?
one. The
Yeah,
blue one.
yes,
And
it
we dumped it.
Yeah,
And then
we sacked it.
we gave it back to the towie. The towie looked at it and went, he's going to want this lower. And we just took it straight back off the truck
Yeah.
again.
You had a
no, I
VK?
remember.
I had a VK. This was a while ago, though. This would have
Been at least 3.5 years ago. Three and a half years ago.
more.
Your old shop?
Yeah, the old shop.
I've been to that old shop too, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Was it in Wetherill Park still?
Yeah, still in Wetherill Park. It was a couple streets from where we are now.
Close to CMV, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Correct.
You just cut the springs or what?
In his car we did.
Then
So
you was reminisce.
we had this tiny little shock room and basically we were just servicing other brands and, revalving them and things like that. And someone would come to us and say, okay, I've got, I bought these off the shelf, but my car's got aero and it's got slicks and it's got nothing off the shelf is going to service that. So
It was pretty cool seeing that shop that you're in, because I wouldn't say it was that small. It was still a decent size.
Yeah.
But then to where you are now, it's just like, I remember when I was at your open day and I remember walking in and I was like, holy fuck, this place is sick.
He's making money.
He's making money. He's doing something right.
VKs are working out well.
we're spending money.
Definitely doing something
Not
right.
many workshops you walk into, you get that feel.
Yeah, 100%. Like everything's clean, everything's the same. Like you can see he's a bit OCD. With
Yeah,
his,
you can tell he's pedantic.
with
Usually,
which is good.
usually you walk into shops, you go, how the hell are these guys making
Yeah.
money? It's a car park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a grease bomb,
Yeah.
just grease everywhere.
No, you've got to, I feel as though like if you've got a clean workspace,
Yeah.
your work is clean. It's
100%.
that sort of thing. So Yeah, but basically people would then come to us and it got to the point where they go, okay, I'm building this. I'll go to the guys at DNA and I'll ask them, you know, what suspension should I get? So we're telling people, okay, go buy this off the shelf because it's got good hardware and then bring it to us and then spend another X amount for us to open it and change this and change that. So and then that would go in the car and that car would win. You know, it'd win whatever competition it was part of, or it would PB, or it'd do whatever, right? So we got to the point where we're like, hold on, we're asking these people to go out, buy this, spend the same money again, rejigging it and everything. And then, you know, why can't we just give them that off the hit? And that sort of started kind of ticking in the back of my mind. And come the start of the new workshop, when we moved in there, Modal was born. Yeah, year and a half.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah, almost
So
2 years.
you've created Modal.
Correct. Yeah, so
I
literally...
thought it was another brand that you just fucking...
No.
He did that on purpose.
No. So literally everything...
How did you get the name Modal?
So Andrew came up with the name. Modal...
Is that him and his wife?
No, yeah, his wife, his kids, his mum. No, modal is actually, it's an engineering term. So if you do a modal analysis on a car, you're actually looking at all the different ways that it moves.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 'Cause I know that shit.
I know. I remember we had the meeting with you, wasn't it?
It was his idea.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It's my Modal.
Light bulb moment.
That's it. He sat us down and said, listen here, boys, this is what it's called.
Bash Muhandis.
It's really interesting you say that, just to not deter from what we're talking about too much, but people ask me all the time, you know, what do I call my business? And they name it after themselves, their own name. I go, that's the worst idea ever. My suggestion is what you do or how you do it, or both, if you can do that, which is what you've done.
Yeah, correct. That was the whole idea behind it. It's an engineering term.
So
if you
what
don't
about
know
DNA
you know
then?
Bad. As soon as he said it.
It's not something that you'd know unless you ask the question,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Like DNA, you think it's got to do with the actual DNA of a car.
It's in your blood. and-
How hot was
Yeah.
the shower that you just had?
It was the sugar.
Was it hot or cold? Oh, it's the sugar.
It was the sugar. I'm off my head. Chocolate? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, essentially, literally everything that's here is our design, our manufacture, our everything. The only thing that we actually purchase is the spring, which we use iBark, which is, in our opinion, they're the best in the world.
So how many way is this shock?
So if it's got a canister hanging off it, it's 3.
Yep.
Yeah, so you've got high speed and low speed compression, and then you've got rebound or extension.
Could you turn that into a 4-way?
So the 4th way is typically high speed rebound.
Yep.
Which in
Drag racing.
circuit, it's in drag racing. I can see where the benefit would be. In circuit racing, high speed rebound is not typically something you'd use unless you were bouncing off curbs like a V8 supercar. So we can create a 4-way. Don't get me wrong, but our market's not asking for that right now.
Where are they made?
Are these for all cars?
Yeah, so that's for a 35 GTR. That's a 3-way
what's
kit
that
for a
one for?
35. This is actually, shout out to Bill Strapp. These are the shocks that have been sitting here waiting for Bill for the last 3 weeks.
Thanks, Bill.
So please come pick up your shocks, Bill.
Where are they made? Are they made here or overseas? Or?
So we assemble everything here. So for example, the body, the actual aluminium tube, we own the die that the raw aluminium is pushed through here in New South Wales. Obviously, it gives us just an extruded pipe. And then from there, it gets machined, honed, anodized, all here, and then delivered to us. So it's
all here.
Correct. So it's our spec. So for example, we chose the aluminium, we chose the anodizing, all the bits and pieces. Everything is done to our spec,
So
even the lines.
It's Aussie made.
Correct. Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
it's an
How
Australian
long is the
product.
process? Say you wanted to order one tomorrow. How long would it take you to get something made and delivered to a customer?
So the way we've designed this is so that it's like Lego for adults. So we've got all different types of mounts or other bits and pieces. So let's say we've got a job that we're about to do for PowerTune. They place that order today. They'll have it next week. And it's a 3-way R35 set. So it looks like that.
I mean, when you first got them in, I bought a set to put in RHM. And these were probably one of the best things I actually put in the car. We went from doing, I think, like high 1.3s to maybe 1.4, even struggling to get out of the hole, to doing like low 1.3s, even a 1.260 from a manual.
That
was
night you broke the
crazy.
record was a 1.26, 1.28.
We done a 1.26.
Yeah.
And the car actually had a cut, so we went back out and we still broke the record
that's
with,
right,
with a low 1.3.
Hang on, no other changes that time?
No, it was just modal
So you're saying
suspension.
if you buy a set of these, you're going to knock a tenth off?
Yeah, it was night and day. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
and then from there,
they've been in some fast cars like Mack has them in it.
Yeah.
But when it was John Wick, that went a 760.
I think
Yeah,
now
with a
like, this
minute.
is the go-to for
Yeah, yeah.
your
So these
roll
come-
racing, drag racing cars.
They
now,
come
especially
factory like the travel sensors and.
So that's an option. So for example, for that spring would go, it's like a GT3 style R35 GDR, right? So for them, data is everything. And same obviously for drag cars, data is everything. So if you say to us, we want to run shock pots or travel sensors or whatever, we've designed the brackets and everything. So it just clips in, no drilling and, clamping things. And we want it to be done properly.
Can we change the color of the spring if we wanted to?
We could. What's
colour
wrong with
you don't like red?
What's wrong with that?
If
It
you've
doesn't
got
have red, it's
yellow
got grey.
calipers.
So what's a set worth?
15 grand.
So a set like that, a 3-way set for a 35 GDR would be around that 15 grand mark.
So can we get can we have a discount offer because of that's racing?
Yeah, of course.
Mention that
At
we'll give you
5%.
50% off.
The important thing, so the important thing and actually a big thing for us was we had people when they first started to inquire early days, some guys would actually, let's say they'd come to DNA and they'd be like, oh, I love the idea of the modal stuff, but I don't have 10 grand to spend on suspension. And it's like, no, hold on, we build street kits, like our 32, 33, 34 GDR street kits, they're $3,900. So it's, you can have a one-way adjustable, like this is the bee's knees, what you're
When you
seeing
say
here.
street kit, as in like 1,000 horsepower street car or a 1,500 horsepower, what's the street kit
So-
for the 3 grand mark, 4 grand mark?
Because we valve and build everything to suit. So if you call me and say, I've got a 32 GTR, we then go build it. We don't have it sitting on the shelf and we just pull the shock off the shelf. So if you call me and say, look, I've got a 32 GTR, but I drive it on the street. I'm going to go roll racing from time to time, but I don't care if I win or lose. I just want to have a a nicely handling car. No problem. We put a one-way in there, $3,900, and we valve it accordingly. So the valving and the spring rates and everything are chosen based on what you ask for, what your order is. You're getting that for no charge.
I'm going to ask something because you keep using the term valving.
Yeah.
What does valving actually mean?
It means it valve.
You don't know what I mean. Tell
Nailed
us.
it. Thank you for having me. I'll see you.
Ashraf, take over.
On the end of this shaft, there's a shim stack. There's a piston, right? Like
What shaft? This
the chrome shaft.
This one right here?
Yeah. So on the end of that, inside the body, there's a piston, and the piston has it's what we call sintered. So it's got all these different galleries and things like that for oil to travel through. And on either side of that piston, there are shims. They just call them washers, but they deviate by 0.05 of a millimeter. So we stack those washers in a particular way to make the valving curve, the shock curve, look a certain way.
So is this to adjust the flow of the oil and how much it pushes?
Essentially, so as this compresses,
Well, when
the
they-
oil rushes over those shims and everything, and the shims bend.
That's the whole point of valving. When they valve it, they're adjusting that.
And
Exactly.
who taught you?
Chris Bell.
Emotional, damn it.
That's not the whole bang.
Exactly. So what
So
you're
we just learn a little bit about
Who's Chris Bell?
Oh, just this guy overseas from
Yeah,
Kinetic.
You wouldn't understand, man. He's not in the show. He's dirty with me now.
I've got his shorts.
That's good. So that's essentially what it is. We're changing what's in here, and then the adjustment, the oil flows throughout this whole thing. So as you change this adjuster, you're actually opening and closing other ports for the oil to flow through. If the oil can flow easily, it's soft. If the oil it's really hard for it to force its way through the valves, it's stiff.
okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, when people make adjustments to shocks,
Yeah.
it fascinates me that one click is the difference between a car being able to take off and leave and not take off and leave.
On a good shock.
On a good, there's
Yeah.
other shocks you could turn it the whole way and nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's like
But
those
yeah.
fake Chinese canisters
Yeah.
where there's no, it's
That's
just solid the whole way through. It doesn't do anything.
Well, that's like what Chris was saying to us when we were overseas. Like once the shocks are set, you're never going to really go more than one click
click
either,
either
either
way,
way,
yeah.
max. So,
And that's also like we were talking about. That's because they're consistent, and the way you have a consistent shock is by the hardware. So as far as I'm concerned, 50% of the shock is what spring you choose, what bump stop you choose, what valving you choose. The other 50% is its actual makeup. What piston? Like if I show you, the difference between an entry level piston and a piston that we use, you may not have never seen one, but you'll put them side by side and go, okay, I can tell you which one is the quality. So. The other, like I said, the other 50% is the hardware. So how well the piston seals to the bore, the oil that you're using, how big the bore is, for example. That way, this shock, you run that in a dyno all day, and even as it gets hotter and hotter, the valving won't actually deviate that much. You get some of this entry level stuff. You do 5 passes, the shock's done 5 different things.
What about when the oil heats up in them?
So
Viscosity of the oil come into it?
100%. The viscosity does change, and the oil that we choose, we choose an oil that has quite a consistent viscosity over a large temperature. But there's also other things that we do, like adding a canister gives us more oil, more cooling. So there's normally a dividing piston in here that separates the gas from the oil. We put that in here now. So this whole thing is full of oil. So you put that in a GDR, you'll hot lap that thing all day, and the shock will be identical.
Wouldn't matter as much though for drag racing, right? Because it's a short period of time.
Correct, yeah. So things like this, you would have the greatest benefit in like a rally car, for example, or a circuit car that's hitting curbs and things like that. You know what I mean? It's really, really working the shock. But in a drag car, yes, you need it to do exactly the same thing off the line every time. But even without temperature, there are some shocks that won't give you that.
Give us some idea of where you would see some of these shocks in what cars. Like, you know, you were saying before, you're going to an event on the weekend for the supercars, for the Porsche Cup, I think.
Yeah.
Where have you put these cars? Like, we know that they're in a lot of the cars that we know, like, you know,
roll racing,
RHM,
drag
Mack,
racing.
Strapped.
I think
all the big tour cars.
Man, most of the guys in roll racing scene are kind of...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you know, a bit of drag racing. So where in the circuit racing world would you see some of these that everyone would be aware of?
The Porsche stuff that we do is obviously super important to us, but in circuit racing, the things like Porsches and supercars, they are one make series, which means everyone gets the same car. So the shocks, we can't change the shocks even if we wanted to. So everyone gets an identical car. The only thing you can manipulate is like the wing angle, the sway bar settings, the alignment, the ride height, things like that. And then teams basically hedge each other against, you know, you've got your driver and you've got your setup. And if you nail the setup for that track, that condition, that whatever, you're the one that's going to end up on top, essentially. So in terms of that, we can't actually touch the shocks at all. They have a predetermined shock and everyone gets the same thing.
So you're there to actually tune the aerodynamics of the car and whatever it comes out with from factory.
Tuning the chassis, essentially. So if the car goes out and the driver's complaining that the car doesn't want to turn well, we'll make adjustments in order to make that. And is it not turning because of the camber, because of the ride height, because of the sway bar? That's up to us to look at the data and to determine. But for this stuff, you've obviously heard of World Time Attack Challenge.
Yep.
So that's a big area for us. So you'll see that in a lot of those cars. They start to pile on all this aero and sticky tires and all the rest of it. And you watch our cars go around and they're flat, they're consistent, they ride curbs well, they settle nicely, and they just use the tire. They, you know, give the driver as much feedback and as much, as much grip as humanly possible, right? But you see other guys, you know, go through there, and you can see some cars might go through a particular corner and they're wobbling or hopping, you know what I mean? And that's typically where you see that the numbers aren't adding up. The chassis and the shocks aren't agreeing with each other or whatever.
What about the supercars, the V8 supercars?
Same thing.
They're much with them?
With shocks, can't touch them. They're a one make series.
Okay.
So they run a what's called a Petter's Super Shock, and every single person gets the same thing.
Don't you just want to go and adjust stuff there? Do you get that feeling like I could fix that with whatever? But
Of course. Of course.
Do
You always
people
get
tamper with that and them not know, or is it?
Are you saying people cheat out there?
Not obviously as far as what's happening right now, I couldn't tell you, but there's definitely in circuit racing thousands of examples over the years where people try to do different
I think you're wrong. I don't think no one has ever cheated in the whole history of motorsports ever.
Do you provide warranty with your shop?
Sorry?
Do you provide warranty?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so we offer at this stage 2 years warranty. The reason it's 2 years is because we haven't had a set of shocks in a car for 3 years just yet, but we've got a few sets that are on daily driven cars and things like that. So once they cross that 3 year mark, we bring them back in, pull them apart. We do an oil sample analysis at what's called a tribology lab, and they look and see how much metal's in the oil.
So you do give warranty of your shocks?
100%.
That's sick.
Yeah. So at this stage, it's 2 years comfortably.
If you have it in a car for 10 years and there's no issues, you'd give a 10-year warranty?
Honestly,
Or do you think there'd be a ceiling at some point where you'd say, all right?
No, at that point, 10 years, you start to have things like seals degrading and stuff like that. That's purely like, it could be
Wear and tear.
wear and
Still,
tear
that's just wear
or
and
temperature. You know what I mean? If a rubber seal goes hot, cold for 10 years, it'll eventually degrade.
Yeah, but that could happen in 3 years or 2 years.
Well, it
depending
hasn't
on use.
not with ours.
happened in
Not
2
with
years.
yours?
That's what he's trying
In
to say.
two, like I said, with
But
2
a car
years,
that gets
happens,
driven
yeah.
1,000,000 kilometers versus a car that gets driven 1,000 kilometers.
Yeah, but that car that gets driven on the circuit might do the same amount of work that the car that done 10,000 kilometers on the road. You know,
Road driving is
same wear and
typically
tear. It's hard.
is typically
in that,
harsher.
in that heat or event. You know.
You'd have
Yeah.
to be an idiot to give a lifetime warranty.
Yeah, lifetime warranty is
Who would do that?
Is a is a great thing if
Do you do
you've
that?
got the ability to.
On what?
Yeah.
Everything apart from electronics, but yeah, we warrant it for life.
That's not bad.
Not bad. You break something, we give you a new one.
Is that on anything?
Anything.
Is that all the billet stuff?
Yeah,
or literally
everything-
any product you provide?
Anything within
Does that-
reason. Like if something breaks and it shouldn't have, it's like covered.
Does that count on the new blocks you just made?
Yep. Unless if you go
Or
and
new
put a
blocks.
rod through it, it's not the block's fault.
Well, yeah, the block should have held the rod in.
If the block, for argument, cracks where it shouldn't have cracked.
Where the fuck is the block?
He
What
just,
block?
he just finished
We
them.
just finished them.
Didn't you say internet?
What block?
Our block, I don't think we released the reel yet, but Tom can maybe put in a little snippet, but we actually finished the whole automatic probing cycle, which is a massive achievement. It took months to get it done. So anyone can go and fit the cast in to a fixture, hit go, and the machine will bring it in, probe it, make adjustments to the program, all on automatic, and it goes and machines the block and finishes it. It knows tool wear, it knows spindle load, it does all of that, so it's high functioning sort of mass production machining like an OEM.
So now your blocks for the RBs are done.
Yeah, well, we've been punching them out, but finally after today, it's on autopilot. So they just get loaded, and every day a couple come out.
How many do you make a day? A couple?
At the moment, 2, but I've got a new machine arriving in January. I'll be able to step it up to 4 probably.
Can I ask you, are there any out there in the real world at the moment being used?
There's a handful, but we've kept them all fairly close. I kept our one on the engine dyno. There's one in Western Australia. There's a couple going to local workshops now, and a couple that we're building. So there's probably over the next 3 or 4 weeks while we're overseas again.
Will you test these, or have they been tested?
We've already
or-
done all the testing
Okay.
now.
So you're comfortable to
When you
put it
say
out there?
testing, what is
Engine dyno.
Yeah,
We
what,
did a
what are you
couple
testing?
100 hours on engine dynos. And,
Well, how much power are they capable of holding?
well, we haven't found a limit yet, but so far...
Like how much have you pushed in it?
Look, up to around 1600 horsepower, but we can load up the cylinder pressure and simulate 3,000 horsepower. So people say, has it been real world tested in an engine in a car driving around? Well, you're not going to do damage to it. But you go and put it under load, like high load, like in a marine application, and hold it at 7,000 RPM under consistent load for 3 hours, man, that's more than an RB usually cops in a year. So have we heat cycled it heaps of times? Heaps of times. We ready to release the head? Because I know that's the next question. No, because we haven't completed all of our testing with our heads, but the blocks...
So we can
we're
buy your
confident.
block, get warranty.
Yes.
Buy your shocks and
Get
get,
a
warranty.
warranty. Here we
and
go.
Buy your diff and get warranty, and bang,
And put it all together.
blow it up and come back.
Yeah.
That's hectic.
So
I
when-
think,
so
I, think,
from-
I think we got to just step back a little. No, go back. Pull the part out yourself and take the part back there. Yes, they're not going to fix it for you, mate.
no, but warranty.
They'll give you the part back. Yes.
So from like initial conception, so let's say you say, okay, we want to make a block or we want to make a head. How long? What's that cycle? How long does that take typically from inception to here's a finished product?
About 6 years and 5 million.
Wow.
Fuck, that's okay.
How much?
5 million? Easy.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
So, and how long would it take us now?
That's
if I
a lot
wanted
of
to
money,
place an
man.
order on a block, how long would it take you to make me
Do you know how many
block?
race cars you can build with
I
that?
know.
I'm just
About 5.
One really good one.
5 million?
Depends which ones.
Just the tooling was over $250,000 just to
Wow.
machine it.
I'm assuming this machine can do multiple things, not just make blocks, right?
Yeah, it makes
Oh, that
sense.
makes everything.
Dinner,
Yeah.
Can I make-
breakfast.
Because I'm not, in my head right now, I'm trying to think like how many RB blocks are you going to sell?
We're behind. I think
recuperate
we've
your $5
sold
million.
over 170 or so pre-orders.
So can
So
I
he's
ask you,
up.
the next question is how many do you have to sell to get your money back? How much are you selling a
Don't
block?
worry about how many. How much is a block for a customer to buy?
That's a
Look,
good
it's
question.
it's $8,800
That's
Aussie
cheap,
for
man.
the standard block with the standard brace, and then 10.9 with our big integrated brace, and that's the one that we're going to rate to probably 2,000 or 3,000 horsepower, but
Cast.
Cast.
And you're going to rate that to, did you say 2,500?
I reckon it'll go 3,000, but we'll see.
Engine horsepower or like at the wheels?
We've
horsepower?
simulated it to that. Everything's at the wheels in Australia.
So you're looking to take on the billet market, really?
100%.
Okay.
Wow.
Now I see where the plan's going.
Yeah.
And with the head should be able to match it.
The head, we've got the R0, which will 100% match anything that anyone's ever done with an 05U plus some, an 05U standard GTR. And then we've got the R1 that we're working on, and we're simulating up towards, 4,000, 5,000.
I think the head's going to be a
horsepower.
good market for you. That's kind of the weak point now for
100%.
everyone. Every
100%.
shop right now is...
So the base head,
The head is
$7,700, but it comes ready to go. I mean, you always got to modify a standard head and get the cam journal, you know, to
Everything
hit
done.
everything. Well, to an extent. That basic machining like an 05U standard head.
Okay.
We don't touch the ports, and then you've got several port jobs. You decide how much you want to flow, the CFM, or port it yourself, whatever. And there's different options. I mean, the sky's the limit with these things, but the R1 head goes to a 35mm bucket. You use a Subaru valve.
Where'd you get R1 from? What does that mean?
I used to race superbikes, and I used to race an
Are you
R1.
being serious?
And yeah.
I just fucking said motorbike. What a good guess.
Yeah. And I just like, what's fast? And it's like R is in all the GTR and the GTR and everything.
I was going to
like,
say maybe
R1.
your wife.
You're right.
Ronda number one.
Ronda number one.
Number one.
Number uno.
But I reckon
Which is it?
the cylinder heads, hopefully by the end of the year, but we've got a few America trips to get out of the way with GTR Festival. We've obviously got to go over to World Cup Final. We've got to go and be at PRI. We're working on a sequential gearbox at the moment that I want to release before the end of the year. So
Are you doing sequentials now?
yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I think we're going to start
How
tomorrow.
many things are you doing, mate?
Clearly a lot.
I think we've got
With
like,
warranty.
we've got over 300 parts in like product part numbers in prototype now.
So does this ever get to a point where you say, okay, I'm just going to stop and focus on what I'm doing, or you're always continually
Does that look
evolving?
like he's on a stop and focus?
And
Every now and then, and it hasn't happened for a while, I'll admit, I get to the point where I'm almost on top of my shit, and I'm thinking, all right, I can breathe. Haven't been hassled now for
The mirror
20
rings you.
minutes. Well, you know, but like,
You got a vlogged film.
honestly, like if I feel too calm, I'm uncomfortable. It's like I'm not pushing hard enough. If I'm not losing at least a night or two a week of sleep, I'm going to step it
Yeah,
up a bit.
mirror
What
ring. I
can
need
do
a
now?
flex plate tomorrow morning. Then now you
Well,
start making flex plates.
But not
That's
like
easy,
not
bro.
even that, because we've done all that before. It's like, what can I do? I mean, I don't know. The news is out, but we acquired a gearbox manufacturer, Modal in Melbourne.
Is these for this?
Oh,
The
yeah.
sequential? Are they coming through? The sequentials are through these guys?
Well, we actually
Or through you?
What's modern?
Yeah, Modal is a gearbox company
Gearbox.
that's been around in
What do they
V8
do?
Gearboxes.
sequential gearboxes.
They're
Are
like
they for what
like
cars?
Albans.
Yeah, they've done a lot of
Yeah, well, they don't know.
V8
Congrats.
supercar stuff. There was an
Congrats.
MV8S that's been around for years. They got screwed with a V8 supercar transaxle that was gorgeous, and the owner, Frank, was just over the industry. I came in and we had some conversations, and we decided to make it all happen. We split the business up. I brought all the CNC machining business up to Sydney and all the machines because he was hardly using his. Like, yeah, beautiful machines that I've been trying to buy them off him for years. I already had a couple of the 5-axis machines, and I wanted to buy the 6-axis multi-head thing that was off his head, and he's got just buy the fucking business.
You've got a soft spot for these these CNC machines.
Hard-ons.
turn you on?
These are like
Full horny.
for you, drag like you got your Mac,
Yeah,
drag
yeah,
car,
yeah.
by Mac. This is your.
Yeah, he loves these
This
machines.
is you.
Man.
So
I think anyone
this
that
is you,
gets
isn't
his
it?
hands on these machines, they end up like it's like an addiction. Like, do you have any, Andre, or
Any machines or addictions?
CNCs? If you're on this table, you have an addiction to something.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Like at uni, we spent a fair bit of time learning like G code and things like that, and being able to talk to these machines. I completely get it. Like if I was in your shoes and I was surrounded by that every day, I go bonkers.
Would you
It's nuts.
look at? Would that suit you to have that part of the business?
Yeah, like you were saying, prototyping is a massive part of it, and even for us, if we're designing new part numbers or releasing a, we're working with Lotus at the moment to release a new line for one of their new cars. So
No way.
yeah. So
How good's that?
Not Lotus UK just yet, just maybe in a couple of years, but obviously the guys local here that look after that platform, and prototyping. Car comes in, measure this up, and design parts, make sure that they're stress tested and they can actually handle the loads that you think are going to go through them. So yeah, to have a CNC or something that we could rapid prototype with would be incredible.
And you get a knack for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't do the designing. I've got designers that do it because they can work faster than I can by far. So I'm like, change this. That's
You know
not
how to
big
do it,
enough. I know the basics.
I don't think
It's
you
like-
like
Do you ever make
people,
stuff for yourself?
People don't realize how big this. Like what he does is it's crazy. I didn't think either. I thought he just had a bunch of parts that
I just thought he done
that he makes,
covers.
but he's got like 15 people scattered around the country that are constantly designing stuff for him.
Is it like CAD or CAD drawings?
Yeah,
all
like
CAD.
all that CAD stuff.
Is-
And they design
does-
like ballasts.
Is AI is people using AI
Man,
for this now?
The
yet or not
second
yet?
AI comes
Not yet.
into
Not yet.
camming, it's called camming, which is post-processing a CAD design
Yeah.
to get a machine to use it, know what tool,
when
and
AI
run the
be,
G
when,
code.
yeah, when,
it's
A-
gonna be
when
off its
AI
head.
becomes
Okay.
integrated,
So it's not too far away.
integratable,
Shouldn't be too far
I'm
away.
plugged in, man. As soon as that happens, my business will go.
everything's set up for it. It's just just got to integrate.
How long have you had POP for?
2018, I started. I bought my first machine that I had to borrow, steal $18,000 for, and the bank told me no 3 times. And I remember buying that off Paul at DMG Mori, and now I buy $1 million machines. Like, hey, Paul, I need another one of these. He's like, I'll send you an invoice. When can you pay? I don't know. Yeah. Send it to the bank,
He's
man.
fully plugged in, man.
Yeah,
like, his machines are working around the clock. He's constantly developing stuff. He's like a mad scientist, but yeah, I don't know. It's full on, and I don't know why anyone else would bother trying to do this, because to catch up to that and the effort required would just be mammoth.
So you obviously doing
crazy.
the blocks, and then next you want to move on to the heads. Like, where does it stop for you?
heads
Do you want to be able to deliver a PRP engine? Like, what's the...
No, not an engine, like a whole driveline package.
Yeah, okay.
Everything. Yeah, turnkey, tuned.
Gearbox. Well,
driveline.
Everything.
Well, he's working. Oh, I don't know if you can.
I don't care.
He's working with Fred from ProTrans to create
I'm going to do the auto.
an auto package where you know you can get a whole package from Fred and Herman.
Sick.
Bell housings, adapter plates.
So we're doing the Power Glide, the Turbo 400, 6-speed sequential 2,500 horsepower rated one. We're doing a mini sequential 6-speed 4-wheel drive GTR 750 horsepower for half the price, a bit more. Then we'll start working on the ZF8 as well as a billet package.
You're doing some rear-wheel drive? Like boxes?
All of them are already done.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're easy. And then we do drive shaft axles, diffs, hubs, splining, like the whole package.
Tail shafts, everything?
Everything.
You do brakes?
That'd be good. eh?
Brakes, I don't want, no, because...
Wheels?
Well, you just buy brakes and suspension off people
Yeah,
here that do it already,
100%.
you know?
Yeah, but he doesn't sell carbon ceramics either.
One second, give me a minute. What about wheel? Would you ever do wheels?
Nah, look, I've
We've got Romanos for that. We're all coming here.
I've got a couple of custom wheels getting made for one of my Skylines now,
Yeah.
and there's people everywhere that do it.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if there's an industry there that people already do it, they've already set up for it, they've got the right machines, man, let them have it. I'm not going to go and make this and compete. I'd rather sell your stuff. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But the holes in the market where I've got, it's like, man, someone could come and steal 1/3 of all of my ideas, and I'd be like, oh, well, that's all right. I've still got, and it just doesn't end. So I could live the rest of my life coming up with all the new brilliant ideas and take it easy.
Can you make some V8
Then I'd get bored. No, because I'm bored with V8 stuff. I don't love it.
You know what, Bart?
Other than what you're doing,
343 is boring, is it?
other than what you're doing with those top end.
What's he doing?
Prolines,
Showing shine.
Legit.
But that's what I mean. Like I make a spring washer for an RB. I do anything for an RB. It's an instant success overnight. We got orders. We can't keep up. Why would I go and make a set of cam covers for a blown Hemi when it's a one-off and I'd have to start in a market, start marketing?
Yeah.
I love watching what Proline and Noonan do. I'm very proud of what they're epic, and I know I look up to them and I want to be them in the RB world. But there's no point in me going down because it's not in the general direction of my goal path, which is making this whole GTR driveline.
No, I get it, bro.
There's a
You're not
cult
cool enough.
following behind the GTRs, I think. So I think it's a
Massive,
good avenue.
and I
Yeah,
think
it's crazy.
it's just
And
going to
after-
get
It
bigger.
is.
yeah,
And
it's,
to bring
it's not
up
going anywhere.
America after what my
That was sick, man. I thought you were in
my good
America. Were you in
friend
America?
No.
You weren't, so you were still here.
He was here hanging out with watching it live back at home.
Wow, that was cool. That was
Just
really
want to say
done.
what
Well
this
done.
man and his associates have done recently for the RB industry in this world is epic. Hats off to you. This whole vision that you had way back then has just come into fruition, and you basically mop the floor with everyone.
I was talking to Eric Dillard today, and I told him that I'm coming over to the World Cup to go watch my mate, Big Mack. Because, yeah, they did pretty well on the weekend, didn't they? I go, yeah, they did. So, like, even the Proline boys know about you.
Yeah, it's
You're on
pretty
the
epic,
map.
man. 100%, man.
On the
Like,
map.
It's fucking
Bro,
crazy.
fuck
It's
the
like a
PB.
pinch me
It
moment,
was just
huh?
the fucking
Killed
racing.
it.
It wasn't the
But how'd you
racing.
lose? Tell us how you lost.
Didn't
We
lose.
didn't lose.
You did.
We
You
didn't
lost
lose.
how?
You chose the wrong tail.
How'd you lose? Tell us.
Look, they
What was
do
it, a
things.
coin toss,
They
I
do
heard?
things differently over there.
I heard you lost on a coin toss.
Yeah, we lost.
What is a coin? What does that mean?
You know
Coin
how we
toss?
go
So
off,
this is what happened.
off an ET? They just flip a coin.
So here, typically in the race here, if the
Wait,
event gets
stop.
cancelled-
I think go back and tell us.
I'll tell you what happened now.
Yeah,
I'm
explain
getting-
the
No,
ET thing.
just go to the start.
I'm going to the.
He's got.
Are you going to go to the start? You're about to.
I'm
gonna tell you what happened.
Fuck.
Okay, go.
So they raced at the event.
What event?
The
Orlando.
World Cup Sports Championship Finals. I don't know. One of the big ones in Orlando.
Who's racing at this event?
It's the biggest.
Everyone.
All the Hispanics are there in
Yep.
Factory Extreme.
Factory Extreme. There you go. Yep. Okay. I know what that is now. I feel like I'm in here.
Well, I think they call it. They call it something else there. It's
they-
Extreme Compact or something. whatever it
It was
is.
a sports compact challenge,
Yeah.
but it's still the factory extreme category.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So all the 6 cylinders and all
I know.
the
I
Corvettes
trust
go
me,
there.
I'm a drag racing guy now.
everyone's there. All the 2Js, all the RBs.
Yep.
Going head to
one
head.
RB,
No,
all two
one
Js.
RB.
One RB, all the 2Js.
And rotors.
And rotors.
And VTEX.
My mate made it to the semi-final and won. Made it to the grand final, but the event got called off because
Weather?
it had rained. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was too dangerous. Like the semi was only run to the half because it wasn't
Number one
safe
qualifying
enough.
time.
I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
The guy speak.
Sorry.
So just to put things into context, here in Australia, a car that qualifies number one gets a lot of advantages, being that they get to choose lane choice, they get a lot of preferences over the other guys that don't come near them or aren't top
Buys.
qualified. Buy runs, etc.
Oh, okay.
Now, typically, what would happen if an event is cancelled, in my opinion, and I think what we do here in Australia, is give that victory to the car that top qualified.
That makes sense. To me, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, they were the fastest car there, right?
That's what we're used to.
yeah.
I think the biggest
And they
thing.
made it to the grand final.
Yeah, the biggest thing for us was it wasn't just number one qualifier. It was the fastest ET. We won every single race, and by far, I think we stood out the most. And on top of that, we're from Australia.
We brought the
like
noise.
we brought the Aussie flag over, and the GTR and the RB to show the world what it's about. And we took on like the names that we took on are big names in the import world. You know, like
you upset a lot of people.
Zions and El Hamoudi, and there was a lot of
General, that thing was epic.
there was a lot of big cars there that
see this-
compete in the 6-cylinder world.
60 foot.
For a very long time and many years that people know and sort of like they've got their own
big dogs. Over there, the big dogs.
massive,
Yeah,
massive,
okay.
and they're also associated with big shops. Like for example, the Zion car is I think the main distributor for Titan parts and stuff like that. These guys are big, they're serious, and they don't muck around. And we went there just wanting to compete and just to show the RB.
Who's we? You mean they went?
My team.
you were here.
I'm talking about my team. My
You were
team.
hanging out with me.
My team went over there.
I think next time you should stay here.
Yeah.
They did good with
It was really good.
Yeah, in my mind, you know what I think? I think it's because you're not there. There's no pressure.
Oh, look,
We'll
man.
just do our thing.
On Saturday when the elimination started, I was actually at breakfast in the morning at the coffee shop, and I was with a mate just sitting there, and I had the phone on the table, and I was watching one of the races, and I think it was the first race against Zion, and I was just like, man, this is so surreal.
You're
Like,
shitting it.
well, I wasn't just
You're nervous?
No,
Oh,
a
no,
little
really?
bit. Yeah, I was a bit nervous, but it was just weird. Like I'm here, the cars on the other side of the world racing at this big event against all these badass cars, and we're winning. And when it won, I was like, "Fuck, this is crazy! Like,
That's
this is
hectic.
so cool." You know
First
what I mean?
event.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So the car was very consistent. If you watch the vlog, you'll see that we had a lot of issues in the Orlando trip a few months back when we first went, and the car was behaving real erratic, and we had to get people like Chris Bell in and stuff to sort of look at the suspension. But this time around, a few weeks back, they went to Bradenton. We didn't film that because we weren't there, and they sort of dialed the car in a bit better, figured out some of the issues that we had, and they left from there saying the car's in a lot better shape, and we think it's going to be good now. Now we're going into this big event, and going, okay, well, hopefully, it is where it's at, and let's just go try it out. Man, it just
Hats off
it
to
did
Camilla, he can drive.
everything.
It did laps.
Like you could not ask for a better outcome. Like we went out in the 2 testing days, and the car went from a 980, a 970, a 960, a 950, and the 60,
Wow.
and just kept getting quicker and quicker and better. And they tamed it, and it was at one point the car was 8 inches off the ground, carrying the wheels, all the way to the 1,000 foot almost. And
That's sick.
they had to tame all this, things and change things to make it work. And they did that in the days that they had. And then we went straight into qualifying. Once we got into qualifying, we were just going PB, and just kept going faster and faster and faster. And we actually finished the event as number one qualifier out of all the cars that were there
That's crazy.
by itself.
How big is that field?
Pretty massive,
man.
huge. Yeah, it was pretty big, man. There was probably just in FX, you could probably call it.
What's FX? Oh, factory exchange.
Yeah. I don't even know, man. Maybe
Drag racer.
there had to have been at least 10, 12 cars, maybe
more,
15.
man.
I don't know. Maybe
they're
more.
all in the 5.7, 5.8, 5.9.
Yeah, and these cars are all being 5.7.
They're all
Yeah,
fast.
they're all
That's
5.7
nuts.
cars. To go out there after having all the issues that we had in Orlando, and to get the car right, dialed in, and then, you know, qualify number one. To me, I was already like, that's pretty cool. I'm happy. And if that's it, that's sweet. And then eliminations started and just PB, next round.
That's where Camilo, the
PB,
driver, was just
next
excelling
round.
because
And-
he's a racer. He's used to it.
And you didn't go to try PB. You tried to go race.
100%.
The
Like-
PB was a bonus.
Well, that was the thing. We made a decision saying, let's just forget about, you know, the record and what we want to achieve. Let's just go and race. Let's go.
I feel like Zeta could take some tips from this.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go get a race car because that's what we
My
forget.
battery's dead. I'll tell you that in a second.
They,
You wouldn't read about it.
these guys over there, they're racers before they worry about the clock.
Time board
And
queens
time board
as well.
queens.
Everything is
Time board
about
queen.
racing, and then anything that comes along with it after that is just a bonus.
These are my peoples.
So
They'd rather win than get a record.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's what they
100%.
did. They got a race car, they got it dialed in, and then they went racing. And
That's sick.
while they went racing, they just kept PBing and got faster and faster. And
That's mad.
It was pretty epic to knock out some of these big cars. The way that it went down with the rain, like it bucketed down rain, and I'm talking like
Cuts
probably 20, 30 mil.
Video in here.
Yeah.
Video in here.
Yeah, and you know, just shit like that. So it was pretty cool to get to that position, and then obviously get to the final.
So did you pick heads or tails?
I didn't pick. I wasn't there.
So what did they pick, heads or tails?
Who got to pick you or them?
No, them. I didn't even know.
No, as in like the other team?
Like,
I don't know.
Who got,
I got no idea.
Oh, so you don't remember?
I have no. I didn't even know. So what happened was that
Andre's looking at you like, what's going on?
after the rain happened, I spoke to them and I said to them, like we were in a group with the organisers of Orlando and stuff, and we're like, you guys aren't going to keep this event on, and they're like, we're talking about it. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's just like torrential rain. I'm talking like when it rains here sometimes and everything floods. That's what had happened.
Wow.
And I'm like, how are you going to dry this? It's like 7 o'clock at night. What are you going to do? And they're like, we're going to get the jet out. So they've literally got a jet engine off an aeroplane by the looks of it that's strapped to a trailer with a big like funnel on it. They fill it up with jet fuel because the guy told us that it took $4,000 to dry the track just in fuel.
Fuck, shit.
And they use this jet to go up and down the track with, and it just literally like
burns the water away.
Yeah, just gone.
What's a fucking very good idea?
Yeah, and then they got the track ready, but
For COTS, buy a
even
jet.
though they did that, I think the guys were still a bit hesitant about whether they should race
Because
to the
time,
back.
it was like 12:30, isn't it, in the morning?
By the time that semi-final was on with Zion, it was probably, I think, about 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, somewhere around there. And they sort of made the decision, the two teams, that let's just race to the 8th.
Yeah, okay.
Now, that car's pretty fast, and it's been fast, and it just went faster after the event. They went testing the next day, went at 75. But they raced to the 8th, and not only did we beat it.
That was a sick race.
Yeah, and we PB'd, you know, to the 8th. We went 2:03, which is the fastest we've been so far. And we knocked that car out, and then that was the final. Now, I think there was an accident between that and the final, and then the time got late and it got to about 12:30, and they made a decision based on the weather, the fog, and
It was dew
everything
everywhere.
else due.
was
Let's
wet.
not race it.
Let's flip a coin.
Let's flip a coin. Now, the decision was made to flip a coin and split the prize money in 50-50, which I was okay with, the prize money part. The coin part, I was just like,
Fucking jippos.
I don't
Always
understand.
the
Like,
money part
yeah,
first.
for me,
Okay, so the
if
coin flip was literally for that
trophy.
was the race.
Yes.
pretty
So-
much.
Okay, so it wasn't I flip a coin, okay, you're in the left lane.
No.
That's what you meant by lost the coin
Yes.
flip.
Yeah.
I thought the flip the coin, well, all right, we'll go halves of the prize money. Let's flip the coin for the piece of plastic. Oh, well, yeah, whatever, fine, flip the coin.
Yeah.
But then they took the win as well. It's kind of like, hang on,
that's gross.
hang on a second, have the trophy, but the win's ours. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like a car that was running consistently 570s or
It
580 like he was.
it didn't go faster than 6.
It was 6-0 car.
Yeah,
So imagine
big
running
difference.
6-0s all weekend, and then you come and you win.
And then you
because-
choose tails and walk away with the trophy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me
don't make
personally,
sense.
I wouldn't be able to claim that as a win. I'd be like, nah, you have
Well,
it.
They did. They put him as runner-up.
Yeah.
And they were like proud.
So we actually.
I would claim
Did
it
you
well.
tell him to get
Oh
stopped?
man.
Oh, we had a heated
We were on the
conversation
phone
together.
for an hour and a half back and forward and trying to just explain to them that if you're number one qualifier, you're the fastest ET, and you've won every race, how do you not just automatically
Yeah.
be the winner? It
No,
doesn't
but
make
the
sense in my brain.
6-second car
You
should
don't
win.
have one reason, you've got like 3 reasons.
Look, the only thing I can think of, I guess, when you're racing off the tree is just there's always chance, right?
Yeah.
So, that's the only thing.
Yeah, but his
Well,
chance,
it's the same
he,
chance.
he's
But
won
he's got-
every
Yeah, but
race.
surely
I
the chances are
understand,
50-50.
But we would
I'm just trying
have
to-
taken a tie.
Trying to look in there from their
Yeah,
perspective.
no,
would've-
just
we
say,
would've
like,
taken a tie, but-
Or don't even flip the coin and just say, look,
Yeah.
you know, this is the
Shake
finals,
hands, we
shake
tied.
hands.
But no, we're
And
given
just put,
runner-up.
like-
Yeah, it's probably a better idea.
And that's what we were
That's
happy
gross.
to do, but
Yeah.
we're still waiting for the track's
Look.
actual decision on it. So in the interim, you know what, we're going to take the win anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's a win.
No, look, you won. That's it.
Look,
I wouldn't have flipped the coin.
regardless,
You
whether
won in
we
Astros eyes. That's all that matters.
we've overperformed and outperformed themselves, and we set out
Are you
to prove a
proud?
point. I'm more than proud, man. I'm
You should
fucking
be, 100%.
stoked. And you know what?
Your team done a killer job over there.
And the RB is officially on the map.
Hold on, stop there. I'm going to say something now. So when I was, are they Puerto Ricans? The
Yeah.
you guys are
Yeah.
racing. So I was on Facebook watching this, and obviously they're speaking like a different language.
Spanish.
No shit.
Shitload of comments. I had to click translate, and you've upset a lot of 2J boys. A lot of them very, very upset. And now they're arguing, from what I could gather of what they were saying, is they were calling the RB a 2J. What do you have to say to that?
Turbo's on the wrong side, bro.
Yeah, they were. So I think the whole thing is because the RBX is running the bigger crank. Is that what they're trying to say? I don't know.
Oh, look, they can say whatever they want, man. We schooled them.
Yeah.
Like,
RB,
we
RB,
absolutely.
you know what?
I agree. Look, I agree. I
we
think
schooled
RB's
them.
an RB
We
at the
saw
end of the day, but
We saw a few butthurt Puerto Ricans
Yeah.
go, you know what,
You
it's
could
a Puerto Rican team and a Puerto Rican driver and a
Yeah.
Puerto Rican tuner
Yeah,
and
man.
whatever. I don't care, it's an
at the end of the
RB.
day, when people are having like, I think you're doing something right. You know what I mean?
100%, man.
So
Like,
when you
you
see
know,
that kind of banter, I guess
My
online,
team,
it's-
my team is
You've
you
won.
know made up of Puerto Ricans and a Dominican Republican, and what a team, man!
They're
Like
sick cunts. They're legends, man.
big shout out to Abraham. He's my guy. I love him. He's
Mad scientist.
one of the best humans and probably one of the best tuners I've ever come across.
Well done,
so
Abraham.
far in drag racing. PMS again, absolutely. You know,
Are they finished with your car now at the track?
surgical. Like to do what they done at an event and dial in a car like that and get it to do what it done, amazing. You know, they're just the
Clutch, Chucky,
and
amazing
everything
work.
else in between. So the whole team itself came together and did what it needed to do. And
Without you there, that's the best
And-
part.
hey,
Well, he picked
how
the
good's
team.
that? Like,
He picked the team
So
and they
stay
all
here.
got to work.
you don't even need to. Yeah, I was like,
Is PMS back at home now?
Probably.
who has the
Send me a
record at the
message.
moment for the
For-
RB?
Well, Rob Marjan.
Zeus.
And
What's the time?
67, a 567.
567.
And for all the 2J lovers out there, that's still on an RB crank.
That's still
and
a
it's still the
3.2
fastest
Nitto.
car.
Okay.
So
Is it?
the
Yeah.
RB is still
Yeah.
kicking ass.
They haven't yet.
And that's
100%.
3.2 Nitto in that car, no RBX.
So
no nothing.
67. And then what's the next target now for Big
World
Mac?
Cup.
Well,
So we're going to World Cup.
567 gets us the RB record, which
Yep.
we want to take off Rob, so Rob can then take it back, and we're all friends.
Yep.
So good. But then we want to go for the import record, which is Natty, 554.
Do you have a lot more left in that car?
Well, let me explain
Listen,
that bit.
I just want to say
Go
something.
on.
We debuted this car 6 months ago.
yeah, fuck.
6 months ago. And in 6 months, not only have we progressed and got it to where it is and turned it into a fast car, but also a racing car that can win against some of the biggest names, or the biggest names in the world, not in Australia, in the world. But we've also done a whole bunch of development in that 6 months. We've created a whole new engine, a whole new drivetrain, and we've made our own package under the Mack Racing brand and the Race Lab.
Did that car, did you change any parts on it? Did you have to do anything?
Heaps.
No, as in like anything malfunction or not do what it was doing? Like,
No.
Something
No.
happened. Any failures?
No, after the last semi-final heat,
Yep.
we took the head off the car
Yep.
to check it, to make sure everything was good, because we had time. We had all that downtime with the rain and stuff like that. And we had done, so that engine that was in that car done, I think, half of the last end of the Orlando trip that we were there for a week. It then done the 2 days at Bradenton. It then done the whole of the testing.
That's a lot of work.
And the race event at Orlando.
That's a lot of work.
So it had done probably about 30, 40 passes
That's
plus
at least, yeah.
on
That's
it.
good.
And it had done some dyno time before that, before even the first Orlando trip.
May as well bring a circuit race.
So
in.
it literally, it was just so consistent. And it was just doing lap after lap after lap. And it did not do anything wrong except perform and keep performing. And like I said, in 6 months from debuting a car internationally to recreating a whole new platform, to getting that platform dialed in, to getting a car dialed in, to PBing, to becoming the second fastest RB in the world, to taking out an event, or coming runner-up or whatever we want to call it.
Flipping.
Fastest qualifier, unwrapped.
Done well.
Well
You
done,
know,
boys.
my team is great.
Yeah,
and
that's mad.
Yeah.
100%.
Thanks, guys.
Well done.
Thank you.
You just got to keep the fingerprints off the side of the car. It does my fucking
Hey, it's
head in.
because
You should come and wipe it yourself.
At
maybe.
Detail, I went to clean it because of that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Did you see that?
I seen that.
So World Cup soon. That's like in
November.
So let me
2
excited
weeks.
while we're all. Let me tell you why we're all excited about World Cup. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's the atmospheric pressure, the barometric pressure, and the
Fuck that
temperature.
big word.
English, mate. English.
What's
The conditions are better, and basically you can go from Orlando to Maryland and knock point.
Put it this way.
Wow, that's a lot.
So we're already in the zone. That's why we're all excited.
Put it this way. The temperature at Orlando when we were racing over the weekend and over the week was probably during the day, it was probably about 30 degrees, 32 degrees around there, hot, and it was probably at about 70, 80% humidity. And then there was probably about...
Yuck, that's ugly.
What about at night?
And water grains
And
would
the
have been...
grains.
The water grains would have been pretty high.
What's a water grain?
That's a new one. I heard
And-
that water before.
Yeah.
And, you know, so and it would have been about 2,500 above sea level. At Maryland, that's all almost zero. Like
I got
zero
a screenshot
humidity.
of Maryland today.
Yeah, what's it
Because
at?
he ran that 343 at Maryland, and I had to just see.
What's
what
it
was
at?
Who's
That's
he?
Jimmy Taylor.
That blue car?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it at today?
No, but to be honest, it was only at 1,250 feet above.
Okay.
So it's not
No.
perfect.
But that's during the day.
And that track will go to 1,000 or 2,000 feet below.
They're at 68 degrees
Yep.
Fahrenheit, which is like 20 degrees.
Yep.
And the water grains were at 54.
Slow. And the humidity?
I don't have humidity. Oh no, 52%.
Yeah. So,
Geez, drag racing gets technical
or half.
too, huh?
When you're trying to run a 4, you have to be...
Just we get these same conditions here in Sydney.
Do we?
If not better.
Really?
Yeah, but no one wants to enter the private days. No one wants to race.
May, June, July, August here in Sydney, we get better conditions than that.
Really?
Isn't that when you went the 0.89 and the 60?
No.
yeah, we do get good conditions, but not.
But the track
For the
needs
track
to
to be the same.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what
and
about the
and
track
when
itself?
it does get to that, it's really late at night and it's
or
almost.
really early in the morning.
Yeah, so you're not really racing at that time.
Like,
So what's
I've
the
seen
difference in
I've
the
seen
track?
It's the prep as well.
Honestly,
That track is really well prepped as well.
Well, you're
Yeah,
talking
got it.
sometimes
So-
at 2,000 or 3,000 feet difference in sea level.
Yeah.
Massive, man.
But the actual track surface, it's not like we use the same prep everywhere in the world.
They'll use the same prep, but the mythology behind
Yeah.
the prep is different.
Okay.
Like
Different
they've got,
people, yeah.
they've got like there's a lot of science behind it, the track prep.
Heaps of science.
How they lay the science down, how they glue it, how they prep it. Like there's a lot that goes into it. You know, if you just get on there, run a tractor and spray some glue, that's not going to be
The best.
as good as someone that's, you know.
You know what, but man, just watching off the videos and stuff, the crowd over there is electric and
Yeah, that was
Wait till you
cool.
see the
They
World
get
Cup.
into it.
yeah, like, you know, horns going off and
It
people
was
running
raining
around.
at midnight where they were waiting for the cars to come out, pissing down. Grandstand's packed. No one
And that
left.
was one of the reasons why they didn't call it, because he's like, the people are still in the grandstand. So we got to keep going.
So what'd you do?
Pissing
Flip a
down.
coin and no one raced?
No, for the semi.
Oh, yes,
For the
that's right.
semi, we were like, fucking, really?
I can't wait for World Cup. It's going to be good.
Hey, so you going to go?
See you there, man.
You definitely going?
I booked my ticket.
We're all
Fuck,
going.
we're going to have a party. You going too?
Are you going?
Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm there. So
Oh, we're all going
It
there.
was either I have to choose between SEMA and World Cup. I think I got to go
World
World
Cup,
Cup.
100%.
I
Okay.
think I gotta
Is
go
it a
World Cup.
comeback?
You
and buy a
know
pro
what you
one?
have to. I'm going again in February
Oh, yeah? What?
to watch the lights out.
You going to race or not?
Brother, how about you race your car before going anywhere?
And then the World Series of Pro Mod. You know, like their factory extreme.
Yeah.
They had
Oh,
12
big
cars,
dogs.
16 cars.
With the
20. It's
V8s.
cute. They get 84 cars, bro.
Really?
32 make the fucking cut.
Here we go.
32 make the cut.
84 qualify, only 32 make the cut.
84 qualify.
That's double our whole field.
Holy shit.
That's double every car in
It
Australia.
is
That's
insane.
more cars
man.
than Australia races.
Is
insane.
is John Ricker going to go race there?
He did race there.
Oh, that was the one he done?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Cheers.
right. Okay, that's the same one.
Yeah.
That was sick. That was pretty cool.
He's changing his car back to do Dorslemmer. Wants to go
Gay.
racing proper.
Soft.
Oh, really?
Gay.
And
Oh,
so can
like
you
heads up
explain
racing.
that, Zeta? What
Like he
happens
has
with
to
the
add weight,
turbo, the
make the car
blower,
slower.
screw blown, goes to the different D type
Yeah, he
blower?
puts a D rotor on it.
Oh, you got to change the whole setup, do you?
Yeah.
He's
He's got a C rotor on it now.
He'll probably still run a high 5.5.
Yeah, they'll go fives, yeah. Well,
five,
Zapier
five.
just did it.
Yeah.
So it's not going to go much
5.56.
different from 5.4 to 5.5.
When are you going to be racing, mate? Tell us.
He entered Jumbo, he paid and didn't go.
It's true.
Romanos, when are you heading over?
America?
Yeah.
I leave in 2 weeks actually from
It
today.
did.
2 weeks.
Wednesday.
You're going to miss World Cup final.
No, what do you mean? I
It's on the
leave.
5th.
No, 2 weeks from today.
You leave the 5th?
I leave on the 4th.
Yeah.
I leave on the 4th
And
too.
you still get
Yeah,
there
I leave on the 4th.
Yeah,
Who are you
that's
flying
good.
with? Where are
Well,
you
maybe
going to?
Qantas, I think maybe.
Are you going to LA?
LA.
Yeah, me too. On the 4th, 5:45 flight.
I might be on the same flight actually.
Why don't you change it so you can beat together on that?
Yeah, why not? Are you going on that flight or no? If you
Absolutely.
are,
Bro, I told him I'd get him a ticket. Just one go.
No, thank
Soft guy.
you're not going?
you. What for?
You're a
Shit,
jet
mate.
setter now.
How was Egypt? You went roll racing at in
Abu Dhabi.
In Abu Dhabi.
Double W. In double W.
Hey, look,
How was that?
I got to tell you, they are very different over there in racing. But their track prep, shut the gate.
You don't like their racing?
They don't. You get to choose if you want to race the guy next to you. They are more like, all right, let's see how fast we can go.
Sounds like the place for Zeta. Timeboard Queens, yeah?
Yeah.
Do they have a show on Trine?
And they start at 100
He's
k's.
going to hit me.
They start rolling at 100 k's and it's 400 meters. So obviously
wow.
the car, they're gonna get over 300
speed.
k's if you start at 100. But like, man, like Mick Mansell was right in the last podcast. It's fucking patrols, couple of turbo S's.
Really?
My mate Bukala had his R8 there, which went fast, made 2,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Other than his car, because he's an Aussie, everything was just gay.
So,
Who's building that patrol that's here? There's one here, 3 wheelers.
Bro, have you seen that?
Joey Musa's car.
That's sick. I
that's
love that
sick.
car.
Okay.
He's got
Yeah.
two. He's got another one that's got 1,000 horsepower more than that one.
Really?
It's like full 3 wheels.
Hey,
The
gangster.
whole way down
Hey,
the fucking
so
track.
sick.
And like that patrol, if he took it to Dubai, all of the ones in Dubai should just go home. They've got all parachutes and radials and whatever, and they're doing 220 to 130 Ks. It's just like all these sound sequential gearboxes for nothing.
Wow.
And the engine bays look like...
Oh yeah, the workmanship in Dubai, just don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Oh, so Mick was wrong.
No, Mick was not wrong. Mick was right to a T. Mick was
So
right.
you then went to Dubai. Where else did you go?
I went to Egypt and Lebanon.
Did you watch camels race? Apparently that's the thing to
No,
do.
I jumped on a camel and I raced Faf on his camel.
You did?
Yeah.
Who
but
won?
Obviously me.
Didn't you have a cow in your house or something?
That was his house. Because if you have a cow in Lebanon, it's like having a Rolls Royce.
No, it's not.
Legit.
Really?
It's like a big thing. And they had two.
Really?
Yeah, so they had two Phantoms.
Do they get their own bedroom? Or?
They had a full house. It's a house for the cow.
Oh, I see.
No, but it was good.
I'm picturing a
Far
cow.
out, man. This is pretty cool. There's a few people coming to walk up.
Heaps.
You know, I was watching Cletus, and I know I watch YouTube.
He race. He's going to be racing.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like, you know, he's
Oh,
like,
you
heck-
watch YouTube?
I watch YouTube
Good
sometimes.
on
Yeah.
you.
But you guys are coming now. Asaf's coming.
Wow. Going to be a whole
Berman's
team.
going to be there.
Andre, you
My
coming?
brother's going to be there.
Apparently. Apparently I have to now.
Why not, mate?
That's why he asked me to
Oh,
go
we
today.
Alex
That sounds
Biron's
like a good
coming.
Take the modals over with you.
Pretty cool.
Have a little stand, mate.
No, we should,
It's a nice
to be
little
honest.
crew.
I think we've done.
Adrian
I think we've sent
Hobson's
some
coming.
over already.
He's a sick cunt.
Who's Adrian Hobscombe?
He runs summer nuts and stuff. He's been in the industry for
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah, he
yes,
used to
yes.
do the
I'm
hot
going to see my
fours and
mate.
shit.
I'm going to see my mate, and I'll really hang in to see Jimmy Taylor go full.
Do you reckon it's going to
Man.
happen?
Well, look what
He's
they've
got
done
to go a
today.
bit quicker. He's got to go a little bit quicker.
How much quicker?
Has it got it?
What do you mean? Has anyone done a 4 yet?
He's got to
No.
go like he's got to go
Oh, okay, so that's the next.
5-1.
It's got to go 3:39 at 2:40 plus.
339, 240. Send it, it'll go full.
Fuck, what a number, bro. I know my V8s.
But
That
that,
just sounds ridiculous. That just doesn't
That'll
sound
go
normal.
300 mile an hour. And just to put things into perspective here, right? 240 mile an hour to the half.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You guys are busting your ass to do that at the end, mate. Just putting it out there.
Oh, shit.
I think we got a 248 on the weekend.
But what about my mate Zeta, who's got basically this very similar setup? And
I'm just letting him
He's
go
got a flat
now.
battery. Leave him alone.
I'm just letting him
yeah,
go.
he goes to me, oh, didn't go jam because I had a flat battery.
He had a
Like,
wedding, man. Relax.
No, I did. I had a battery dead, like fully
Was it the
dead.
battery
I
or the wedding?
got 2 here that you can borrow.
Give me it. I'll take it. I'll save $3,000.
$1,700 each.
I don't
Wait, how
get it.
much?
How does the battery
for
stop you
Braille.
racing your car? When you have,
3,500, mate.
You're kidding?
Yeah, bro.
You must be paying Ashraf taxes.
I don't know, man. I feel like
feel like
those
Zeta's-
guys
I feel like he's
overseas.
scared.
But look, at the end of the day, of course they're going to go fast. Like, they got Motex. You know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
As for you,
on our
Shane
side
T.
of things, Motec is, if you're building a circuit car and it doesn't have Motec in it, it's not a serious car.
Really? Is that everyone?
Yeah.
That,
There you
that's
go.
Motec is the be all and end all. On the
100%.
circuit
It's the only
side,
thing
yeah.
to do.
what's the best circuit car to buy without blowing the budget?
When you say circuit cars in off the showroom floor and take it to the
No,
track,
like
budget.
budget, like
Budget.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. I like that.
An
A
open
budget?
wheeler with a 4AGE in it, probably.
No,
I'm
open
talking-
wheelers are hard because you need special days
Give
and
'em a
special
price.
insurance.
Like not to compete in fucking anything.
Yeah,
but
just
to
a
go
car
have
you wanna
fun,
go cut laps.
That's
30
going to be
grand?
reliable. I was talking like 100, 200 grand.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, Porsche.
Oh, if you're gonna if
you're gonna spend 30 grand,
if
you're
it's
gonna break
between
down.
100 and 200, you're buying a cup car. You buy a cup car, you put ABS in it, you'll do laps for the
He
rest
was
of your
talking
life.
more like a 180 or something.
Oh, he's saying between 100 and 200,
Yeah,
you
that's
buy a
what I
cup
thought.
car.
I was thinking,
No, because if you buy, I've realised if you buy like a 30 or 50 grand car, you're going to
Yeah.
spend more maintaining the car.
So yeah, if you're gonna build a car, if you want something that is just really reliable and you build it super cheap, you just go out there and cut laps. There's a lot of guys that run like the Honda platform. Might be
There's
a
heaps of
DC2,
Hyundai Excels.
Civic, EKEG, whatever, and they'll just go round and round for ages, and it's not not a super expensive exercise to build one of those up. We actually have a customer who essentially sort of started there and then got really carried away with it, and this thing's got like it's ground up chassis build. K24 supercharged K24 in it.
See what I
Obviously,
mean? You
it's
start
three
with
ways
30
everything.
grand, yeah, 300 already. Who do you want a Porsche?
It's on slicks. It's got a full aero package from Sydney Composites. It's got a GT steering wheel. He sits in the middle of the car. He's not like, do you know what I mean? Full pedal box, brake bias thing. He's gone nuts with it. But this car is insane. To put it like,
Is it a Civic?
It's a Civic, yeah.
is it faster than these Porsches?
So the Porsche's race pace, like a 991 Porsche, will go, let's say, a 134, 133 around Eastern Creek.
Yep.
He'll do that on a green tyre.
What's
You
a
know,
green tyre?
Like a brand new tyre,
tyre.
like a new tyre, fresh
Really?
tyre. He'll do that time. He hasn't done it yet.
But
Obviously, like the build
but
is
it costs him
finally
more than the
finishing.
Porsche.
But
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
But it owes him more than the Porsche would.
I can't speak to that side of things, but this thing, when you
It's
look
good,
at
but
it,
it's different.
I almost feel bad calling it a Civic. Not that there's anything wrong with Civics, but when you actually see this thing
Yeah,
next
right
time
off
you
it.
come to the shop, I'll point it out. It's insane. It's
Yeah,
a killer.
right.
Don't say anything about Civics overseas, man. Fuck.
Oh,
them.
they love that shit.
Honda's giving me anxiety. Honda in general,
They
just,
love them. It's
Why?
a
What's
big
wrong with
thing.
Honda?
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
and I'm just talking like I'm looking at like from roll racing, drag racing thing. They fucking just.
yeah.
Big
You're
thing
gonna
at the
see a
World Cup.
shitload at World Cup.
Didn't they do a big thing at
Really?
the World Cup
A
where they're
shitload.
penalising them?
That's what you're gonna see the
Yeah, they
most
are
of.
too. They got to pay a
Penalising
spillage
them now.
fee.
If they
Yeah,
drop
yeah,
oil.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, while I was gone, there was a Kotz event in a roll racing. Who won?
I was away.
Oh, you were gone too. Who won Kotz and roll racing?
I
while
think
was gone?
Precision.
Both of them?
Yeah, they did.
Thank you very much.
Andrew didn't
or
go.
not?
That's probably why.
He must have been at home.
What suspension did those cars have in them?
Standard.
I can't
Standard.
remember. Standard modal?
Yeah, standard model. It comes with the package.
I feel like you should tell the people if they're interested in your product where to find you. And
Call
both
me and I'll send you the
modal.
DNA. I'll put a percentage on.
That's it.
Got a-
Ashraf
got a
is as
PRP.
exclusive to the brand,
There you
and
go.
everything goes to Ashraf.
Oh, we were
I wouldn't
fucked
say
on
that online, bro.
You're screwed in multiple ways.
No, so it's as simple as obviously you look the brand up on social media. We've got a website, and same thing. You can contact through DNA. Essentially, as long as you contact us through either DNA or Modal, doesn't matter. Let us know what car you have, and we build something accordingly. Like we've got.
Is there going to be a Black Friday sale on the Platinum's Racing
There's a
product
That's
website
Racing.
for modal suspension?
If honestly, if that's something that you think works, then I'm all
Hey,
for
let's
it.
get it out there, man.
I'm all for it. Honestly,
So Black
it's-
Friday, modal suspension, 30% off.
Are you going to PRI? You going to PRI?
No,
You're not going?
no.
You should send a set over with us.
It would be-
send
We're
your
gonna
thing.
we're
We'll
gonna have
it on display.
we're gonna be on display over there.
If you let me know when the container's going, and
No,
happy
just
to.
put it in Herman's suitcase and hope
Perfect.
he doesn't lose the suitcase.
Yeah, done.
Put it off Tom's camera.
It'll end up like Tom's stuff. Opens the bags, blown apart.
But yeah,
um,
30% off modal suspension, Black Friday.
Mention
sale.
it, Tracy.
Where's the-
We've got a
where'd you get
display
30%
thing.
from?
We're about to ship in a day or two.
I feel like
Easy.
give everyone
Let's throw it
30%.
easy to done. Yeah, we've got all that stuff. These
up
are
by
display.
40.
Well, if Bill doesn't pick this up, this is a
Bill,
display.
you just lost the
this is
shots.
a
We're going to
display
take him
shot.
for display.
But no, honestly, like I said, reach out. However, and the important thing is, like, we brought all the bees knees stuff, which is important for the guys that are chasing, competition. But we've got like street kits that they fit up to the standard top mounts. You drive them on the road, and they're very.
My stager
very
has it.
affordable.
They're sick.
So you
There's-
got Motec.
You do them for the Lambos and all the V10 stuff, yeah?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so it's part of the precision packages really now. So we proved the point with the
there you
first
go.
car. The
well.
first car we did ever really was Tony's car. We put suspension in Tony's car.
That's when he started betting RHM.
I can't.
No.
I can't remember. I can't remember the jump, but essentially they were only able to put down whatever power it was, and from there it was a good 20-30% moving forward. And you can see like how much the traction control's cutting in before to after. Like we're using data to fine tune these things, but also to validate Like if someone's going to put this in their car, they need to get a result. So
course.
we work with guys like B2R, obviously Aaron at Precision, and we're working with the data side as well. It's not just, hey, does the car feel good? It's, okay, pull the computer, let's look at the wheel speeds, let's look at this, look at that, before and after, and we can see it. It's clear as day.
It helped heaps in the Huracan because I had stand suspension. The car makes 2000 does shit. Put them in is like perfect.
Which one was it's a green one, right?
The black one that you just fixed.
Oh, sorry. Didn't you have a green one?
That was the one before.
Ah, sorry. I got lost. I forgot. Yeah.
Too many cars.
Yeah, that's right.
Too many Huracans.
Yeah.
Luxury car salesman.
Yeah, exactly. Can't keep track of them all.
You can read about it.
No, you can't.
Not right now.
Yeah,
Is
so,
there anything that you're working on that you haven't released yet? Is there something that, do you cover everything or is there anything that you don't do?
He's doing electric handbrakes.
No, look, for us, we've got a really large amount of product lines. So we're covering all the major brands: Mitsubishi, Mazda, Lotus, Lamborghini, Audi, you name it. So we've got our bases covered quite well there. So we're always chasing new product lines. Like we're working in now with Lamb Speed Racing, for example, the Yaris platform, which
That car's
going
sick.
gangbusters.
His little JR fit that he's got. That's
Insane.
sick.
The stuff he's done to that platform
Yeah,
is
you should
incredible.
borrow
Yeah.
And you can't drive manual, eh?
No.
Are these little things really that quick?
I think
Apparently
Charles
there is
just
a
put
nice
1,000
support.
horsepower out of a 3-banger.
What?
Yeah, it's sick.
No.
Insane.
And
So-
sequential now, yeah?
Yeah, like working the same thing. Working with guys like that are pushing the limits of
Holy
whatever their
shit.
particular platform is. We always find ourselves sort of
See?
in bed with those people, which is great.
You should have. What suspension did you have when you kept going 8.0?
Modals.
When was that? When was that?
You liar.
Don't go through our messages. You know what
He must have had the cheap stuff.
I had the street package.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think we existed when he was doing AOs.
That was about 15 years ago.
Yeah. So no, but to answer your question, as far as things that we're working on, the next thing for us really is we're doing a lot of front axle lift kits, but we're using obviously other reputable brands and pairing them and designing the shock around them. So we'd like to create our own front axle lift kits or the lifting the whole car depending on the geometry, or even the hydraulic stuff which mounts at the bottom. You press the button and it opens up.
To adjust
Oh.
I have a question
correct. Which
for
is
you.
what you'd see in like a Porsche or a Ferrari or whatever from factory.
That's what I was about
Is
to
it
ask
only
you.
for when you're parking, or can you drive at whatever height you set it at?
No. So the idea behind that would be a clearance thing. So you can run the car low, you get to a speed hump, driveway, whatever, press the button. Zzz.
Yep.
So you do lift kits now?
So yes, you can order a set of modal suspension with a front axle lift or a car lift.
No,
That's not
just
a
the
problem.
lift kit. Just that. No suspension.
Can you put it on a standard
Oh,
shock
no,
now?
you can't.
Like say someone's bought a Ferrari that doesn't have a lift kit
Yeah.
for the front lifter, but do you supply a lifter and install it and stuff like that, or no?
So you can. It purely depends on the shock. So Ferraris have similar. It's got like a linear spring and things like that. You need to have that sort of spring in order to even fit it to that. So you can't just like a normal, like a Volkswagen front shock. It's
You
got
need
that
like
big
a-
stoogey coil.
You need a
can't
coil
fit
over
it.
sort of
Yeah,
system
okay.
like that, and
Correct.
you can put a.
Yeah.
What about a MCA?
MCA. What about it?
Could you fit it to that?
You could. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I'd say you could.
There you go,
Yeah.
Sheriff. You're cool. You're good.
For a front lift?
Which car are we talking about?
Which car we're talking about here?
All of them.
So yeah, that's probably the next thing for us in the pipeline, to be able to do like hydraulic lift kits and things like that, which it's a premium product, but for people who are building these sorts of cars, that's what they want.
That's
Yeah.
it. We need premium products.
Oh, you'd
Correct.
rather.
And it has warranty.
Speaking of premium, $100,000 up.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, what's this bullshit?
I will just touch on.
Wait. Is it 100,000
Of Ashraf's money.
for the winner, or is that split?
It's two classes: all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive.
So where's the
50,000 to all-wheel drive.
Oh, you're gay.
50,000.
Not even point racing.
Who else is giving that money away?
No one's ever done
No,
it.
that's a first.
one.
Yeah,
sure.
Can I ask you a
not worth
question?
racing.
Tell me.
How many rear-wheel drive cars do you come to the event?
I think he gets more real drive than all drive.
We do.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
Yeah, we definitely.
Okay.
We definitely.
So it's an even split.
So what's
Yeah.
what's this? 50 to what is it?
To roll racing. To
Cots
win.
roll racing. So next year, next season, we're going to do like a team-based thing. So pretty much, for instance, if Mac wanted to have a team, or like B2R is the team, Precision will be a team. Matooks will be a team. We've spoken to a lot of these big workshops. I think CRD are actually keen
Okay,
on
but I
jumping
don't
in.
want to split the money with the team. I want the money.
Wait, hold on. Oh, so
You're
it's,
going to
it's-
need a whole team.
The points go towards the team, not the car. So then,
And
then
workshop wars, like how the
it's-
track
yes.
had it before.
it's yeah, but we're doing it over. So we have 12 events next year.
So the team wins the money.
The team wins. Yeah.
That's not
Why-
fair.
Whatever they do.
Why
for-
didn't you do it?
That's not
whoever's
nice.
the
We
leader.
want to
On,
do something different.
okay.
You know, we wanted to make it more team-based. Maybe I think.
Yeah, but if it's team-based, you know you've already lost. Like, you know you're fucked.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, we're going to allow methanol now. So methanol is going to be like it's literally going to be bring what you got.
wow.
You know, if you want to run meth, run
Nice.
meth.
So try and get a you look happier.
Yeah, yeah, and it's only going to be.
Imagine a Lambo or meth.
Has
Yeah.
there ever been Lambos on meth? Can you do it?
Only in the States, and they still run E98. They don't run meth for 3,000 horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, but it'll be 4 events out of the 12, so it'll be like one every 3 months roughly, and we
qualify?
kind of want to make a YouTube series out of it and engage with people on YouTube. Do
So
something different. I
The
don't know.
100 grand's for the season, all 4 events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whoever wins out of all
So
of
the
them,
workshop
Yeah, look, we don't
gets
need-
50 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I want the 50 grand.
Well,
buy a
win-
team. You're good.
Yeah. Win most of the races. I don't know. And if you wanted to create, like I know of a lot of the rear-wheel drive guys, like there might, for instance, I know that Datsun, there's a Datsun Outlaw Club. They're kind of banding together and putting together a bunch of cars. You have like 6 cars, quick Datsuns.
Oh, so you don't have to be a shop. You can just
No,
be a team.
they can be a team. So if they
So me
nominate
and
6
Andrew
cars,
can be a team.
you can, but you kind of want to have more than I'd say 4 cars because if something does happen to
If there
one
was
of the
a-
card, you can sub it in.
If there was a
car.
if there's a
I don't
that's
know if you
racing
watch
team,
I don't know if you
are
watch
you racing for B2R or that's racing?
the last few events, but
I
there was
can't
one
race, I'm not
car
racing.
that won or more, mate.
Sorry, say that again.
One car won or more. What
Which
are you
one?
talking about? The R8.
Oh, Liam's car.
Yeah.
No, he lost.
Yeah, he actually lost.
other
But
R8 one.
they got another new R8.
Who do you lose
But he's
to?
in Perth.
Right, he won 10 out of
Who's the
11.
top of the leaderboard now for
He
cars?
went on a
Big
few in a
Twelve,
row.
Marlon.
But who,
Mr. 33, yeah?
Yeah.
is that who he lost to?
Yeah, he did.
But at Raw Racing, he beat Mr. 33.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So it's always 1 for 1 there.
Yeah.
It
what,
is.
What suspension does MR33 run?
I think it's
can't remember.
modal.
Modals.
Oh, really?
No, he changed him to Bill
I think
Stein.
B2R just run modals back in the door modals.
Don't lie, bro. I seen you. Bill Steins, I seen it.
Tuned by Heisman.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Fucking hell.
Fuck, this guy was going to fucking eat.
Far
this fat
out,
fuck.
man.
He
Just cut the
finished-
bloke off for
Bro,
talking.
he finished the food.
No, that's good.
about?
We'll touch on it for now, and then once we sort out the
I just said, all right, guys.
final
Alright, guys,
details.
what?
I want to say that that's epic.
Thank you for
For
joining
putting your
us.
hand in your pocket, however you're making that happen. That's awesome. It's
Taking
we're-
a risk,
well,
like
we're-
anything, trying to do something different.
You're building it, which I
Yes.
appreciate. So
Why
thank
we
you.
don't give you back 25?
He's already scamming it.
COTS is an amazing event, and we're with you all the way, mate.
Thank you, boys.
It's really
Well
good.
done.
It's really good.
That was fun. Thank you,
no, it's
Andre.
good.
Mate. I
Andre,
learned a
thank
lot.
you, man.
Thank you.
That was-
No, thanks
that
for
was-
having me.
that was
I
pretty
appreciate
cool.
it.
Can you
Yeah,
adjust
comedy.
the shocks in the Lambo? Because we've got an event to win.
Will you shut up?
Perfect. Well, to be honest, like going on what going on what Herman and Murad were saying, events like that give us as well the opportunity to actually showcase what we can do. You know what I mean? Like these, we're building cars now. 2,000 horsepower back in the day, or at least when I started, 2,000 horsepower was a dream. You needed to have the world's biggest Hemi to have 2,000 horsepower. But we're doing that now. We're calling it a street car.
Actually,
Yeah.
making
So
six.
to actually do that, put it down, be able to race each other, Lamborghinis against 33s, and for it to be a race
Yeah.
is amazing for us because, like I said, it
Yeah. All these
gives us
events,
the opportunity to show what we can do. You know?
100%. And I think
We're
we're
going to
very,
have a food fight.
we're
So
very, very fortunate
Oh, you want one?
in Sydney to have all
Stop.
access to all these events
Stop
too. You
it.
know,
Yeah,
so everyone needs to make the most of
we
it.
need another sugar hit.
I agree.
You know, it's good for everyone.
I agree.
Everyone.
The industry's going in a really good direction.
Yep.
I'm very happy and proud of what we're all doing and what everyone's doing. It's going
Are
well.
you really happy and proud?
Yeah.
I'm happy everyone's kicking ass. It's doing
20% off modal suspension. Black
That's
Friday.
it.
30% off any car Ashraf selling.
100%,
Friday.
30% off. I'll be happy.
He's going to add 50% tonight.
All right.
Perfect.
There you go,
Thanks
Zeta.
for coming,
Thank you.
Andre.
Thanks
I'll
for
see you
having
at
me.
the shop during the week.
That was
Done.
fun.
We'll see you guys after
Thank
the
you.
World Cup. I don't think there'll be another one.
No, we can't.
Another podcast. So
Oh, really?
see you when we get back.
Perfect.
One there. Uh-huh.
I reckon do one there with all of you there and I'll FaceTime me.
Yeah, cool.
See you guys. Thanks. Why is Tom waving by?
These are the moments.